Tonight, you will scroll through your phone before bed. You will see hundreds of faces. You will read dozens of updates from people you technically know. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, you might still feel completely alone. That feeling is not weakness. That feeling is not in your head. That feeling might be one of the oldest survival alarms your body has ever built. You have been taught that loneliness is sad, a minor inconvenience, something to fix with a hobby or a night out. But the real answer is far stranger. Loneliness is not an emotion your brain invented by accident. It is a warning system, forged over millions of years, designed to do one thing: keep you alive by keeping you close to others. Think about that for a second. Why would evolution bother? Why would a feeling this unpleasant survive millions of years of natural selection if it served no purpose? Here is where the story gets strange. Your ancestors did not survive the wild because they were strong. They survived because they were connected. A lone human on the savannah 10,000 years ago was not a hero. A lone human was a corpse waiting to happen. No individual could outrun a lion. No individual could take down a mammoth. No individual could watch the horizon while also sleeping. Survival required a group, and the group required something binding it together, something powerful enough to override the urge to wander off alone. That something was social pain. Psychologist John Cacioppo spent decades studying exactly this. He proposed that loneliness evolved the same way physical pain evolved. Physical pain tells you your hand is too close to the fire. Social pain tells you that you are too far from the group. Both signals exist for the same reason: to keep you from dying. Cacioppo's research found something remarkable. When people feel chronically lonely, their bodies respond as if they are under physical threat. Inflammation rises. Sleep becomes shallow and fragmented, because a mind wired for a tribal life expects danger when it senses isolation. Your body is not overreacting. Your body is running code written for a world where being alone meant being unprotected. Picture an early human separated from the tribe, injured, lost. What would keep that person moving, searching, calling out toward the sound of other voices? Discomfort, urgency, a gnawing wrongness that would not let them rest until they found their way back. That gnawing wrongness never left the human blueprint. It just changed its shape. You feel a version of it when a text goes unanswered for too long. When you walk into a room and no one looks up. When you scroll past photos of a gathering you were not invited to. Your ancestors felt it facing predators alone. You feel it facing a silent phone. Same alarm, different threat. But here's the twist almost no one talks about. For most of human history, loneliness was rare because it was almost impossible to be alone. You slept in groups. You ate in groups. You raised children in groups. Privacy barely existed. The tribe was your protection, your meaning, and your safety net, all at once. So what happens when you take a creature built for constant closeness and place it inside apartments, screens, and solo commutes? You get a mismatch, and that mismatch has consequences far more serious than sadness. In 2010, researcher Julianne Holt-Lundstad led a massive analysis combining data from over 300,000 people. She wanted to know how much social connection mattered for physical survival. The results stunned even her. People with strong social ties had a 30% lower risk of death, regardless of age or cause of death. Loneliness carried a risk comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It outranked obesity. It outranked physical inactivity. Read that again. Being lonely can be as dangerous to your body as a pack of cigarettes. Why would isolation carry that much biological weight? Because your nervous system was never designed to tell the difference between social danger and physical danger. To your ancient brain, being excluded from the group and being hunted by a predator triggered nearly identical stress responses. Cortisol rises. The heart works harder. Digestion slows. The body prepares for a crisis. Because for most of human history, isolation was a crisis. Modern loneliness does not come with lions, but your body still braces for one. There is an even older experiment that shows just how deep this need runs, and it had nothing to do with humans at all. In the 1950s, psychologist Harry Harlow studied infant rhesus monkeys, separating them from their mothers and offering two substitute figures. One was a bare wire frame that dispensed milk. The other was a soft cloth figure that offered no food at all. Logic said the infants should cling to whichever one fed them. They did not. The infant monkeys spent almost all their time clinging to the soft cloth mother, only visiting the wire frame briefly to feed before rushing back to the comfort of contact. Food kept them alive. Connection kept them sane. Harlow's work revealed something uncomfortable about every social mammal, humans included. Warmth is not a luxury layered on top of survival. It is part of the machinery of survival itself. A creature that is fed but isolated does not thrive. It deteriorates. You carry that same wiring today. You can have a stable income, a full refrigerator, a roof over your head, and still feel like something essential is missing if the closeness is gone. So if loneliness is this dangerous, this deeply built into your biology, why does modern life produce so much of it? Because your environment changed far faster than your brain did. You can now order food without speaking to a single human being. Work from a screen without seeing a coworker's face for weeks. Watch 1,000 strangers narrate their lives online, close enough to feel familiar, far enough to never actually know you. Your ancient alarm system detects a group all around you, but it also detects correctly that none of them are truly reachable. That contradiction is exhausting. Is it any wonder people report feeling lonelier in crowded cities than in small, tightly knit villages? Numbers do not fix the alarm. Depth does. This is the counterintuitive twist. Loneliness was never really about the number of people around you. It was about whether those people would notice if you disappeared, whether they would come looking, whether you mattered enough to be missed. Your ancestors lived or died based on that answer. You still feel the weight of that question, even if a lion is no longer waiting in the grass. So what do you do with an alarm system this old, this stubborn, and this poorly matched to modern life? You cannot silence it. It was never designed to be silenced. But you can answer it the way it was meant to be answered, with real proximity, real attention, real reciprocity. Not another notification, not another follower, a conversation where someone actually listens, a shared meal, a hand on your shoulder. These are not soft, sentimental extras. They are the original medicine your biology has been asking for since before written language existed. Somewhere inside you is a nervous system still scanning the horizon, still asking the same question your ancestors asked around a fire 50,000 years ago. Is anyone out there for me? Tonight, you will scroll through your phone. Before bed, you will see hundreds of faces. You will read dozens of updates from people you technically know, but maybe, just once, you will put the phone down and call someone instead. Not because it is polite, because somewhere in your chest, a very old alarm has been waiting this whole time for you to finally answer it.